Okay, the next thing we have up, James, is basketball. I don't know if you heard about the news with James Harden. Have you heard anything recently?
Yeah, some interesting stuff coming from his way for sure.
Yeah, man, we just gonna dive right into it. So apparently, James Harden, I don't know if you watched the video, but he commented about Daryl Morey, calling him a liar and said he wants out of Philadelphia 76ers. I watched the video and he kind of just said it like it was like a Apple ad or something. He just said it so normal. You know how like people are talking normal and you thinking you're not expecting nothing negative about somebody. You know what I mean? He just said it like, yeah, he's a liar, this, that. He wasn't yelling or anything. He just kind of said it like it was normal and stuff. Um, if we look at the history, well, for people who don't know what Daryl Morey is, he's the president executive of the 76ers. And basically he's been with James Harden most of his career since he was with the Thunder or whatever. You know, he's been kind of involved. When James Harden was traded to Thunder to the Rockets, um, when they had the two Western Conference appearances, um, when he got traded from the Nets to the 76ers in 2022. And then, so I mean, yeah, at least it's been most of his career. So, I mean, how do you feel about him just saying he's a liar? Why do you think like that's like what do you think happened? Do you feel like it was personal?
Well, they've got that history, and they were even together there in Houston for a few years too, I know.
Yeah.
So, and then they continued this relationship to the 76ers, and to say something like that over like during the media, everyone's around, there's cameras rolling and stuff. That's a pretty heavy thing to say. That's almost kind of an accusation, especially for somebody who's, I guess, your boss or somebody who's higher up above you, I guess, in the company. But
Right. And it's like they have so much history. It's like that's kind of embarrassing. That just kind of makes me feel like it's something personal. Like something personal. I don't know, um I guess it has something to deal with money, but if I mean, we know James Harden. We know he's gonna if he's not happy, he's gonna leave. It's quick and these they're most likely gonna give him what he wants, you know, type thing. I mean, if we look at this at 76ers how they played, I mean, I don't blame them. You know, they was all over the place. He couldn't connect with Joel Embiid during the playoffs. It was they didn't have a good defensive. They weren't really good on the defensive side. Um, but my thing is though, James is like, where else do you expect to go? I think now they're saying that he wants to go to the. Well, remember we kind of talked about him going to the Suns, so I'm guessing that's out. I mean, what team could you? Well, they saying the Clippers right now. I mean, could you see that possibly?
I could see that somewhere in the Western Conference, maybe. But I actually heard some very interesting news about this. He just recently admitted that China is actually a possible place for him to go and play. And I don't know if
Oh.
this is a good thing or he was in China for an Adidas event,
Mhm.
and he said every time I come here, the love is just crazy. You know what I mean? So I feel like they deserve to actually see me come play here. The love is always crazy here. So that's pretty interesting, him to saying he's going to go overseas and play in a completely different country.
And you know what? If he does do that, that's gonna paint a whole wave for players. A lot of players are gonna start transitioning to those international teams. Um, yeah.
So do you
I'm
think
trying to think of who did it on the Lakers. It was what's his name? Um, the center. I
not
forgot.
more Odom or
Yeah, well, yeah, him and it was somebody else. But yeah, there a lot of these players are gonna start doing that, trading, going to those international places. So I mean, so I guess that's where you think his future is gonna hold then.
I don't know. That could just be him saying something
Just
maybe.
rambling, yeah, right. Because I mean, I mean, he'll fit in, but like I said, I don't see it. He probably was just talking in the moment type thing. Um, but I'm not gonna lie, if he go to the Clippers, that'll be a good benefit for them. Cause you still got Paul, you still got Kawhi Leonard, and you just added Russ. I mean, even though they're all offensive player, I mean, Russ is a good defensive player. So I mean, yeah, I could try to that'll work.
Yeah, I do wonder. And then I did see a headline that they could possibly, it's like next year they could block him like requesting a trade or something like that. And I wonder if by saying they're calling him a liar, if that's going to make things worse with his
Oh
situation.
yeah, definitely. I mean, he might get what he want. He might get traded, but at there, some restrictions are gonna come after that because you can't just you can't go to every team just because you're not satisfied and be like, you're this. But I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt because of the history they had. So, it's something personal that we don't know that is gonna come out eventually, but we don't know yet.
I was wondering about that with the history. What if they're able to get over this and make up? And do you see that happening and him staying in Philly?
No, it's just he sounded really upset in that video. But I mean, there's room for immense, but well, he still will try to leave though. I feel like he'll still try to leave, but they can come back. But nah, he sounded like he was serious. Like it was, you know what I mean? Just to say that bluntly on they're recording you. You know it's gonna go viral. Like he didn't care at that point.
He did it on purpose. It's not like somebody was recording him.
Definitely. He know what he was doing. He know who he is. And he knows he just got fed up. He's like, nah, it's it right here. I mean, they barely made it to the playoffs when he was with them. So but my thing is James, it's like you keep trading from team to team. It's like you need to pick one and stay there.
That's what I was kind of thinking about too, because he goes there and moves into Philly, and it was that just an experiment for him. Did he really believe that Philadelphia was the best chance for him to get a ring, or did he have a chance to maybe go elsewhere?
He definitely had chances to go elsewhere. I feel like he was just trying to see if it worked. He's one of those players trying to see if it could possibly work, but he know good and well that wasn't going to work. Now I'm not gonna lie, him, Paul George, and Westbrook, if he can get that Clipper trade, then I can see possible that can happen. That's definitely go because we look back at the history with them. With OKC, they were doing good. It was him, Westbrook, and Paul George. So I mean, they can make that happen again. If everybody stays healthy, but he has to stay there. I feel like they should put a restriction for him, like, okay, look, we'll let you come here, but you can't, you got to stay here for at least, however many years, and like
Make
he
it
can't opt out.
a certain amount of money, a certain amount of time, and like no trades, no.
Yeah, yeah, like it should be done. I mean, yeah, because I mean, he's traded how many teams? Like 3 or 4 teams already. It's like, dude, you need to stay there. I mean, I feel like the most committed team he was with was the Rockets.
Yeah, he was there for a long time. I think over 10 years, something like that. And
Yeah. I feel like, Thunder is like, okay, that's the first team. You're young, rookie, kind of still level, you coming up. But that Houston team, he was with them. He was definitely with the Rockets.
they always had trouble competing with the Lakers, though. I remembered
Oh yeah.
that was
Yeah, they gave them a hard time. No question. But like I said, I mean, I don't know. Hopefully, I don't. So, what do you feel like his future holds? I guess that's kind of the last question. Where do you see him going?
well. If he doesn't go overseas, I think the Clippers are a possible spot. The Suns, they need some talent with Chris Paul leaving, and
Yeah, I don't think the Sun. I mean, it could happen, but I don't think they're looking at him, especially after that video. That's gonna make a lot of GMs look like Nah, bro. We can't have you embarrassing us like that. But like I said, I think the Clippers said they want him, so I can say the Clippers. But I think the Suns is out. Plus, they kind of racking up on players right now. So, yeah. But yeah, I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. Well, we'll see you guys. We'll definitely see. But all right, James, I'm gonna pass it over to you. What else we got?